Lens Flare, Blue Kachina. What it do, y'all? Severe points of RoBs Inferno while it burns slow. Shout out to all my gods and goddesses and all vibrational human beings. You know what the fuck it is. It's that sun talk. You know what I'm saying? I survived another day. I ain't killed myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm still here. Motherfuckers still trying to bring me down. I'm still giving y'all this sun talk. You get what I'm saying? We almost there. You know what I mean? I want everybody just to take their time, be as still as possible. Don't let this system or the people that still want something from this shit break you apart in the last days of this shit. Y'all see how they already spraying the skies. The ones over there and everything, they already spread it out. You get what I'm saying? But y'all see what's happening right here. You see the other one on top? Let me pour it horizontal so y'all can see. You see the one on the top also? You know, they gotta keep doing that. You know? But you gotta look at the mental health with everybody else that this type of shit is going on. And particularly where you're at, 9 times out of 10, majority of the people are trying to act like nothing is going on. You know? Because they're in fear. You know what I'm saying? One of the things that offer me that I know like I need help here and there, but I notice like a lot of people tend to tell me like sorry and stuff, right? What sorry that you got to tell me when I'm this right here, and this is getting me out of all of these infringed ways, this whole false ideology, even the people that's abusing me alone, acting like they're not abusing me or living off of me, right? What you got to be sorry about? This changed all of that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no sorries. You know what I'm saying? Because my son definitely ain't. This radiation ain't giving no sorries to nobody. You get what I'm saying? Mother Nature ain't giving no sorries to nobody right now. Why? Because of how I'm living. You get what I'm saying? How I'm forgot about. How people are looking at me like I'm dangerous. You get what I'm saying? How I can't. How people wanna shut me up and not worry about me like they don't give a fuck about me, but they want to live off of me and off the foundation in which the species that I come from. You get what I'm saying? And they want to steal everything from me and act like they have no association with me whatsoever. So that's why this is doing what it's doing. You get what I'm saying? We don't got that much longer, y'all. You know? We don't got that much longer at all. You get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know, I told you I fight suicide every day. But every day I conquer that battle because I know, why the fuck would I kill myself when I know that this shit has been designed to make me kill myself? You get what I'm saying? These are questions that you got to ask yourself. You know, why would I allow for this system to make me kill myself? I don't care how much suffering it. Why would I do that when I know how much this is against me? You know, everything that I'm feeling is supposed to try to make me feel like that. You hear what I'm saying? So you got to be stronger than that. You gotta fight that out for real. You know, and you got to make sure that you don't allow for it to break you down. Don't give a fuck. I go, when I tell y'all how I go through my day, like I don't even know how I'm gonna get through your day. I really do not know, y'all. But I guarantee you I'm gonna get through it though. Because it's a war fighting, you know? Guarantee it. That's all I care about is just making sure I make it through this bitch. You feel me? Hey, peace, God, here. You know? And I know as far as them slave cats that be watching my shit, I know y'all want me to crash out and just shoot some shit up. I know y'all do, you know? I know y'all do. That's the main thing. Is that even with what I just beat just now, that's the main thing. You get what I'm saying? But one thing is certain, that human being that spoke to me about that shit, you feel me? He literally said, I don't know what the fuck he said to yo, but whatever he said to Shorty, he made them change their mind. You know? Because real recognized real, and that was a human being. That was a complex cell organism, a European man. You feel me? And he literally, I don't know what the fuck he said, but I wasn't questioning, you know, but I was gonna go regardless with that bitch, however, for real. They been trying to burn me off gun charges and shit for the longest. You know what I'm saying? For real. But, you know, like I told you, I'm just happy I'm alive. It's like I'm telling you, I don't be crashing out, but I be crashing out. Like, I don't be crashing out on like trying to hurt random people and shit like that. I don't be on that tip. That's not in my heart, you know? But I be crashing out about truth. I be crashing out about the stuff that and no disrespect to my human beings that be on here, but I be crashing out about the stuff know that everybody acts like they don't know. You know what I'm saying? sometimes we even act like we don't know it amongst however so we see it with our brother or sister, depending on our financial state or our status. You get what I'm saying? Like we're still one, even though we're separated and divided, and people are benefiting off of our division. You feel me? So that's the shit that I be crashing out about. When I be talking about that shit, I don't give a fuck, y'all. You feel me? Because like I be like a second away from stabbing people. I be like a second away from cheering people. And I know that there's an energy with me that's watching me. I know that for a fact. Because like the real anger that I really feel about a lot of shit, put it like this. I'm talking about it till I can't talk about it no more. And then I'm not going to feel bad anything otherwise because I know I did my part. You know what I'm saying? And the universe know I did my part. Because I've already been telling y'all shit for the past 5 years. The shit that I've been telling y'all, you feel me? I've been homeless this whole time. I've been sleeping outside this whole time. I damn near lived in the garage for like 3 years, y'all. Sleeping on concrete, like not even eating, not even proper clothes. You know what I'm saying? For real. I'm outside right now, you know? Like so I know people that wouldn't even be able to withstand the lifestyle that I've been living off of not my fault, right? Even dealing with this while I've been working. You know what I'm saying? People act like when they see people struggling that they don't have a job, or as if it's not people that's working 2-3 jobs and still struggling. You know what I'm saying? Like people, it's like people are so desensitized off of the reality of what they're living in besides somebody's situation, because it's so easy to blame that person and act like they're just a problem, you know, as if like they're the only one in that situation, you know, and it's not a worldwide issue, you know. So yeah, y'all, just like I said, if more to being up and not crashing by the day, even me with a child, I've been crashed out. So I can't even really say me having a child is having me not crash out and kill some shit or wild the fuck out and kill a lot of people at one time. The only reason why I haven't did it yet is because this shit is crashed. It's already doing it, and my son is doing it. So it's no need for me to crash out. I just gotta survive the last of the days of this system being set up. You know what I'm saying? How it is. You know, the government already crashed. They y'all see what they did with the food stamps. All their little ways that they have to try to embarrass us more than we did, or the docile state and against each other and harm each other. They're gonna try to even put that up a notch even more, y'all. You feel me? So I'm just waiting for all the stuff that was going to take place, and then I'm gonna get back to it. Yeah, y'all. All right, so I ain't gonna front. Some reason it's like first off, shout out to people. Shout out Siren Song. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Josh Lee. Shout out the other 20 people that was in here that just left and stuff. I don't even pay attention to your comments and this shit because they fuck with my shit so much, y'all. Or whenever I talk about certain issues, all of a sudden my shit start disconnecting and having to reconnect. Or I gotta go live on both phones at the same time and shit. Like, then while I'm trying to expose from my other phone on the phone that's messing up, they don't allow the video to come up. It's like they try to attack me in ways for me not even to let y'all know. You get what I'm saying? So I just look more crazy and shit, you know? But it's a worldwide thing with the chosen people being attacked from like ways that's like, it could seem minute, but it's in the forefront that if it hasn't happened to you or you don't know, it's sound crazy, you know? But I'm gonna tell y'all the real mental health, when it's messed up, the real mental health is you knowing what is you, regardless of your genetic makeup, but even more so if you got the same genetic makeup as me, right? The real mental health issues is for you to be living in this system as far as where we're at right now and the stuff that's taking place and coming out, right? And you still think that you're supposed to be living like this, or that we're going to be living like this going forward the next 5 years, you know, even the next 3. You know what I'm saying? Or just living in this and not knowing all the ways how you're attacked, and using this system that's been designed to break you down for you to break your brother and sister down. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think about it. A lot of us, we use this system to look down and belittle each other more than even unnatural people do. Black people alone, neuromelanated people, we do, y'all. We do. Y'all know it too. You know, like your brother and sister, for them to respect you, you might not even have a job, right? And you could be about to get like 2 jobs next week and then put in hella stuff, talk to managers, but in that moment that you don't have a job, or your brother and sister sees you without something, they're gonna judge you off of that and look, oh, you're a bum, you're not shit. You get what I'm saying? All this stuff with no realization of how the system was meant to have us divided and have you talking about me in a negative manner. You get what I'm saying? And looking down on me. That's the whole thing about this shit. You know, can we divide the soil from the plants? You get what I'm saying? Can we divide the tree branches from the leaves? You know, like for real. And let's be real. A black man and a black woman. That's not water and oil. You get what I'm saying? But they want it to be like that. Y'all see how they trying to make it like even like a race war between us? You get what I'm saying? I got nothing but respect for my whole species, the black woman and the black man. I know from a collective majority standpoint, we're doing certain things that's against our species, right? And out of the worst, we got our children subjugated to this species that fed our children to crocodiles. That's insane, because you would see less with someone just looking at you with your kid like they about to snatch your kid up or something, and you might not even go to the area where you seen a person at. You know what I'm saying? That type of level of preparation. Like, I seen this person here looking at my kid. I'm not even walking over here no more. But this person touching on your children, got psychologically got your child's brain, medically, mentally evaluating your children, educating your children, entertaining your children. Just taking your energy alone, right, from your children. You're not controlling the growth and development of your child. You feel me? Like, come on now. And then again, it's crazy for that to be said just in general, but it even speaks more volumes for the species that has control of all this, right? It's the same species that abused us in ways that they won't even admit today, while they're still having us under abuse right now from a psychological level. Stop playing with me. Y'all know what the fuck going on. So, like, when I'm talking about the sun separating us right now, man, it has to be because I hate to say it, and it hurts me to say it like this, but I know as black people we're so damaged, and we've been living this way long. I'm not gonna say for so long enough, because it hasn't been long at all. But whatever long that has been, it's did the damage to us, right? Where if Mother Nature wasn't shaking this shit up and our sun separating us from the species alone and getting them off our planet and stopping this way, and that frequency is shutting this whole grid down slowly, we would continue living like this, y'all. We would. And that's the saddest part. That's the saddest part, The guy said the other day, he said, if the unnatural people, they feel like they got us so bad that, let's say, if they went extinct, would we still continue living like this way and use the same system that broke us apart just as a new way of life, even if the unnatural people wasn't here, as far as the complex cell organism? And I ain't gonna front. I think we would try to implement the same system. I think we would, and that shit hurts my heart, So like, yeah, like I'm happy that everything is happening right now, y'all. I value y'all. Y'all know I do. That's why I'm more focused on giving y'all knowledge, even while I'm in the worst of the situation, getting attacked by my people and all of that. But I still care about my people and coming on here and giving y'all the word the same way I do in person about, what I mean, my species and stuff. Anybody ask me when I be seeing my species, I'll be like, peace, God, peace, reflection, enjoy your day, da da da. Because I know that we fighting a whole war that nobody want to admit. We just don't see that we fighting a war from a collective standpoint because of how much we're against each other. We got all these programs in our brain. Weren't you worried about making it to work? Weren't you worried about paying these bills, the natural resources that's in abundance on the planet for everyone? Weren't you worried about being a slave to our boss at our job while we got the most disrespect for our partner back at home? You get what I'm saying? We're worried about all the wrong shit. We're worried about all the wrong shit. Now, but to answer your question, Josh Lee Naber, I can't pronounce your name, but to answer your question, how am I? I'm oppressed. I'm enslaved, but I'm radiated. That's the best thing I can tell you, man. The last of this system is still on me as it's crashing. Every time I talk about it, I can tell the people around me that get offended because they know how real it is. You know what I mean? But look, this shit's shutting down, man. For me, when I say that this shit's a video game, like, I'm almost damn near about to say I'm only focusing on the people that can see what I'm saying and see what they're living in, and not just block out everybody else. The same way they have cognitive dissonance towards the real issues, I have cognitive dissonance about their existence. You get what I'm saying? Because they don't matter at a point, regardless of their genetic makeup. They don't matter at a point if they're trying to want something from this system with all that's came out about what we're living in. You hear what I'm saying? They're the problem themselves, regardless of their genetic makeup. So that's where I'm at with it. And I'm not saying this, really understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying this just because you got a job, you fit that category. No, like I said, we're prisoners of war, right? We're in a monetary system. They got money connected to everything on purpose, you know? It kills us in a lot of ways. But what I'm saying is if whatever job you have or however much money you make, however you get your money, if you're using money in a way to look down on your brother or sister, you fit that category, you know? Or you're trying to protect the lies in which what you can comprehend, what's has been in our detriment, in our children's detriment. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean specifically. Because people be trying to like flip my words and blame shift and use reverse psychology and trying to make it seem like I'm trying to say anyone that has a job they're at fault or some shit like that. That's not what I'm trying to say. Even though I wish that we all did have the strength to just be like, you know what, let's all put it one day, we all not going to work on this day, every neuromelanated being. I wish that we had that strength, you know? Well, I'm gonna say this, I know we had that strength. It was dormant, but it's coming out now because our anatomy, even a black woman or black man that would think that what I'm saying is straight bullshit and they don't give a fuck what I'm saying, their anatomy's changing for the better, you know? A different piece of their brain is being hit because one thing that we knew about us beforehand, y'all got to remember how advanced we are. Even though we're divided right now, it's the reason why me and the black man got the same genetic makeup, and there's no other being on the planet that has the genetic makeup closest to your black woman but me as the black man. There's a reason for that. I'm the only mutation of her besides herself, right? There's a reason for that. Because we knew that this was going to happen to us, and we had to make sure once the changes took place on the planet, we was all affected in the same manner so we can come back as one. You feel what I'm saying? You know, because if what I was saying was lies, every black person would have different genetics. You hear what I'm saying? But it's the total opposite, you know? So like I said, you know, like I became aware of this information at a perfect time too, you know? Because I'm saying, like, what if I didn't know this information? I would have crashed out already. You know, but the universe did exactly what it was supposed to do to make sure, like, I stay, you know, righteous and shit, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just grateful. You know, you said what's wrong? Work of any kind is worthwhile. We're all created to work, which is why we feel better when we do. Actually, you're completely wrong, bro. Maybe in your name, just by your name, you sound like the eukaryotic cell. You know, but to be honest with you, even your species, y'all wasn't created to work. You know, for real. If you want to be, let me ask you this. Hey, enjoy the rest of your day, God. Let me ask you this. Do you know where the work world comes from? You know what was the first work on this world since y'all came on this planet, or since the complex cell organism came on this planet? You know, here was those people in the labor unions as a choice to get off the plantation. It was only one group of people that was working. And it was a choice to get off the plantations, meaning we was going to be on a plantation being a slave, or we was going to have this other choice to go to work. You know what I mean? You know who that was? It was people that looked like me, you know? Meaning y'all wasn't even working then. And it was supposed to be like almost like a punishment or another form of enslavement as a choice of to get off the plantation or either in the field or as a house nigga. So what does that tell you? You know? Know your history. You feel me? Know your history. You know? Now fast forward today, guess what? We not working to get off, to not be on the labor unions. To not be on a plantation. But I mean, you can kind of say that because if you don't have a job and you're struggling, you're more liable to get locked up and be sent to the modern day plantations, right? By the modern day slave catchers, right? Put it together. Make it make sense, you know? Make it make sense. Because you're talking to somebody that knows some shit. Make it make sense to me. Was working as a choice to get off them plantations. You feel me? Y'all wasn't even working. Y'all see that y'all got to go to work now, huh? You see how your species turn their own backs on you? You see that? You see the curveball? Or you still can't see it because you're so naive, even with me explaining it to you like this. You know? I'm telling you no lies. Look it up. You think I'm lying? Look it up. I guarantee you'll find that shit like that. You're gonna be like, damn, he was speaking some real shit. Yeah, you know? So don't give me that shit. Don't give me that shit, you know? And then we feel better. No, you don't feel better when you go to work. Fuck is you talking about? You ask majority of people, even if they want to go to work, they be like, hell no. They be like, if you ask most people, like, if you had a choice to go to work or not, they'd be like, no, I wouldn't be here. I'm just here for a check. I'm just here to get the money just to pay my rent so I can have a place to live. Most people wouldn't be just work as we know it today just to be doing so. You out of your fucking mind, you know? Maybe y'all in that way because y'all are maybe the complex cell organism, even if you're not that, you know? But we too creative for that, you know? And let me remind you, there will be no such thing as that really with us, because maybe you forgot what we do. We do things using zero energy. We don't, meaning like we don't gotta try, you know? So there would be no such thing as work. Even our creations and stuff that we created on the planet, that's using zero energy. Nigga, the fuck? Niggas don't be knowing nothing and just be speaking. I'm telling y'all motherfuckers just be speaking. You gotta have a little bit more. And I know when I'm speaking to somebody that has a little bit more knowledge, trust me. And I know when to shut up, you know? But when you speaking something just straight gibberish to me, like I'm not hearing that, you know? I'm not hearing that. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. You know? So y'all gotta realize, you know? Just because my brother and sister isn't gonna recognize me when I recognize them, that's not gonna make me stop speaking truth. You get what I'm saying? That's not gonna make me stop speaking truth. Just because my brother and sister don't recognize me, you know? That's not gonna make me stop speaking truth. Every time I see shit like that, that just lets me know I'm doing exactly what I should be doing. When I see some shit like that, that's all that let me know. And that's what that let me know. It let me know I'm doing exactly what I should be doing. You know? That's what that let me know. Hold up real quick. This wind is getting kind of windy. It's getting kind of windy. I'm in hell. I feel like for real, everybody knows at this point what I'm saying is truth and shit. I feel like at this point, people are just like watching me just to try to see if I'm gonna crash out or not, you know? Or people are checking up on me and don't even wanna validate me for real. Because there's so much more people, just like, and I'm not the only one saying this, because it's the same with everybody. I'm nothing special saying this, but y'all know what I'm talking about when I say people want to hear what people want to say and see what they're doing, to see how far they got, or if they're still at a low point in life. You get what I'm saying? For comparison reasons, but people don't really want to support truth, whatever that looks like. That's why you see most people when they speak about truth, when you speak about truth, they literally, what do you call it? They literally, you'll see like somebody's video and they'll have like, whatever the number it is, likes, it's like so much less of that, it's so much more of that of the views. And you'd be like, damn, how does shit get this much views? So all of these people wanted to watch the video and hear what the person had to say, but only a few of them really wanted to like it. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason. But it's like, if you want to watch the video, how hard is it for you to like it though? You get what I'm saying? Come on now. So it's like, y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. So when I'm really telling y'all, like, I'm at war, y'all. Like, I'm at war, you know? I'm at war. If you think that you're not at war, you fucking crazy, you know? You fucking crazy. You know, that's why every time when y'all get reminded and something happened, what's the thing is you always hear us say, damn, why'd they do that? Or, oh my God, I can't believe, what the fuck can you not believe? What the fuck is wrong with you? Why can't you believe what the fuck you living in? You don't know. These people been doing the same thing now since they've been on the planet. Are you crazy? Be real right now. You crazy? Another cop killed us. You crazy? It's crazy to you that you know what I'm saying? Fuck is crazy to you. You know? That shows how damaged y'all are from a psychological standpoint. It's like your abuser will keep hurting you over and over and over and over. Every time they smack you upside your head, smack you upside your head, smack you upside your head, you gonna keep asking why they smacking you upside your head instead of separating from them. You know what I'm saying? Fuck is wrong with you? You know? It's a real issue, y'all. It's a real issue. You know, but everywhere I go and until I leave this bitch, until my soul is gone, I swear to God, whether I have money, don't have money, rich, poor, this is all I'm speaking on till y'all not gonna see me in my vessel no more. I put that on my fucking soul. I put that on my soul for children and all. You know what I'm saying? I put that on my soul. Nobody, I don't care how much somebody in any way tries to not validate me or gaslight me about what I'm saying. My stance is not changing, you know? It's just not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Shit, the best thing I can tell y'all about that is y'all better look up Aquariuses and see how rebellious we are. You know? Y'all better look up Aquariuses. You know? I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna try to go in here real quick and get this black and mild, because I need to smoke a black and mild right now. I got some pennies though, but I don't care, you know? Hey, what's good, God? What's good? You caught me at a serious time, bro. Is it straight, bro? I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. I'm about to go and start my shift and shit. But like, I don't got no weed, bro. I'm just trying to smoke something. I'm trying to get a black out. But I got pennies though, bro. I might have like 50 cents in like 2 quarters. But I know the majority of it is pennies though. You know what I'm saying? I know it's early, so you might be able to fuck with me like this one time. No, I'm saying I got the change. I might have like I said, I might have like 50 cents.
Just 50 cents?
Yeah. No, I mean 50 cents is silver, but the rest is penny. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying majority of it's penny. I'm paying off, but majority of it's pennies. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I wasn't gonna come like in a, you know, when I know more people. I know it's early, it just opened, so it's like, you know, I wouldn't hold people up or whatever like that. And I can count it beforehand just in case if somebody come in or some shit. You know what I mean? Just a 99-cent one. Just the regular one. Just having a real rough morning, man. Be honest with you, I'm fighting suicide again, bro. I was about to hurt myself this morning, you know? Just going through so much. I'm not embarrassed of my struggle showing no more, you know? Because I'm suffering so much mentally, and I'm fighting so much not to crash out. I don't even have the time to, like, fake or anything for anyone's special needs or anything like that about what I'm going through. And I think that people be expecting me to do that and act like I'm not going through what I'm going through as I'm getting out of it, and I just can't do that. You know? Well, I count for real, bro. I know the whole thing is over $1 in pennies. I'll give it. Okay.
How many is that? Do you have I can do this, I guess, like I'm looking for like one track.
Bro, this is 50 right here. That's 60. $70. $80. Yeah, I got the whole thing, bro.
I got $1.
I appreciate it. I appreciate that, bro. You know how my anxiety is, bro. I just don't want to crash out here, man. See, y'all, this is trauma. Y'all see that?
So many factors.
See, that's that trauma. Yeah. My thing is this, like, at this point, it's like at this point, like the rich, and it's just like, I'm not saying every rich person, any person with money is bad. Definitely not that. You know, I shouldn't have to say that, but I know I got some ignorant people on my podcast. But like I told y'all, the way the system is set up, it's like it's people that got more that's just around people in the worst states. And it's almost could seem like as if they're trying to stun on them, but it's not always like that with everyone that's in that situation. But just the way it's set up like that, basically it's set up to make a person could have nothing and got something, right? But it's set up where they could be around a person that has less. And for all you know, like I said, you might not know that, but for you just being down now, something different. And what is that? That's medicine for crime, right? And bro, is it straight if I can get the sweet one? You know? You got a plastic? Yeah.
Front door.
Very right. And thank you, bro. Yeah. And that's real, cause I'm gonna be honest, I don't like to ask nobody for shit, but I'm the type of person where I'm like that. Like if like just a man, not too much people are like that in the world where they'll see somebody in need and without them even having to ask them, they'll just help. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of people are like that, but those people make the world though. You know, we make the world. I appreciate it, bro. Enjoy the rest of your day also. I'm about to go in nature real quick. About to go in nature. Y'all see how that shit just went off right when I came out the store like that? And the person did it 3 times. I'm telling y'all, people be trying to provoke me in every single way possible. I just be ignoring that shit though. I just be ignoring that. You reach certain levels of pain where you just start ignoring everything. You know what I'm saying? Certain levels of pain, you really start ignoring shit. That's why I say a lot of people really haven't no pain. They think they did, but they ain't really felt pain. People be thinking they felt shit. They ain't feel shit. You know? They got shit sweet as shit. They had shit sweet their whole life. You feel me? Sweet shit. Their whole life. It's been sweet. You know? But like I told y'all, and being a black man, it's like anything can happen to me at any time. The faster you're aware of that shit, the easier it'll be for you, you know? And that's real shit. The easier it will be for you. You know, that's like some of the most realest shit that I could tell y'all. More realer than anything. You know? I haven't been in the hospital in years. I haven't been in the hospital in so long, y'all. Shoot, I could have cancer right now and not even know it. You know what I'm saying? But if I say like, put it like this, if I was to have it, I wouldn't even care at this point. I've been through so much, y'all. I'm just making sure I make it to the end of the day. Look, you know what I'm saying? Like I told y'all, I'm more worried about this going on, and as it's closer every day, in which they trying to, ignore. While all of these cars around acting like that shit ain't going on. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm more concerned about. Cause see, that's picked up. That's picked up a lot, and since it started, nobody even questioned it. But even without people questioning it, a lot of people of us that's been paying attention to it, we know what the fuck it is, and we're talking about it, regardless of anybody validating us talk about it. So that's what it's all about. It's all about seeing the truth and living in your truth around all the lies or anyone that wants to protect the lies. That's what it's about, y'all. No matter what. That's what it's about. Look at that shit. You know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? They can't stop us. They can just slow shit down a little bit. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I don't even think they slowing shit down a little bit. I don't think they doing that. They about to be a long day. But how I look at it is I already got through the rising. It's on its way, about to be 12 o'clock soon. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta call my private investigator. This dude for this job. I know he gonna call me back. The way he spoke with me, I know for a fact he gonna call me back. And I ain't even too pressed or picky about whatever it is. Cause I just know all my checks I'm getting now, I'm saving. I'm gonna have me a car in no time. So I ain't even tripping. Like I don't gotta throw no more big, large lump sums of money out. Court fees, none of that shit. Like I can actually put stuff towards myself to get out of my situation around me having no help. The people, if I was to ask for help, they won't even be able to help with $10 in a span of like a whole week. And even me being in my situation, I will get that like quadruple. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, how the fuck am I sleeping outside and I'm homeless? And I could get more money coming in faster, even off of me asking for help while I'm doing what I can for myself, than people that's in homes. You know what I'm saying? And it just doesn't make sense to me. That's how I know it be bullshit. And people really don't give a fuck. I'm like, what the fuck? How is you in a house, you comfy? Like my mom comfy as shit. And I don't even ask my mom for help like that. But it's like, I'll ask her, she'll be like, she don't have it. It's like, I know, cause you got to spend money every day. So I know that she, you know what I'm saying? I would just respect her more to say she don't give a fuck instead of showing it in that way. But I'm not shocked that my mom don't like the own woman that birthed me don't give a fuck about me. Nobody give a fuck about me, y'all. That's why I just talk on here, because I know when I crash out, or if I crash out, it's gonna be really bad, y'all. And I want everybody to see all in which how bad I was hurting before I crashed out. Like I would love for people to look back on that if I do get real violent and I do something wild. I want everybody to see how patient I was for years, just talking about my pain and how I was being ignored before I crashed out. I want that to be known. That's why my main reason for getting on here to y'all. So, hey, it was good, dude. Keep your head up, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here hurting right now, but I gotta keep mine up. You gotta keep yours up. That's Aquarius shit, And y'all should see how people view people that keep their head up when they know people are going through things. Damn, she cute as shit. You'll be surprised. It's almost like when people know that you're going through hell and stuff that they wouldn't be able to face, and you keep your head up. It's like they call this like they have like a certain anger with them, like. Because they know you're going through things, but they know you still staying strong and you making it to your next day. But they don't even want you to make it to your next day. You know what I'm saying? They don't even want you to make it there. They don't want you to make it there. Y'all gonna pay what y'all did to me. Y'all gonna pay. All of y'all with animal DNA gonna pay. and even more so, y'all, with my genetic makeup. You know, that did not even just to me, that did harm to any it did harm to any organic being for no reason at all. You know, it's all y'all gonna pay. And but I know when that time really comes, in which that what I'm saying when it really comes, the way I'm talking about, I'm not gonna be able to get on here and talk to y'all to be like but it's all good because I know y'all gonna be experiencing a whole different way of living life. You know, as far as you going forward to your next day. So, and that's gonna be my karma. I'm gonna be like, man, I know all them people that even other people they saw, or however they saw, because at this point nobody can say that they don't feel nor see the changes that's going forward. Nobody can. Nobody can. It's too much happening. It's too much happening. Even if you haven't seen anything, never watched a day of TV, never been on the internet, you feel different right now. And you can't say that you don't because it's actually happening to you on an anatomical level. So regardless of your genetic makeup, for better or worse. So it's like, and off of what you eating and shit. So it's like, nobody can say that they don't know that right now. You know, it's just anybody playing stupid. So I'm just very, very grateful for that. I lost my other lighter. I gotta find that shit. I had like a little red one. Oh no, here it go. See, somebody normally they would have probably been embarrassed or nervous. Look at this shit. Every time I feel like it, I'm gonna let y'all know and point it in y'all face. You know? Look at that. What are they scared of? You know? See them lens flares? You see these lens flares? Look, someone's spraying another one right there. Look. There you go. I love it. I love it. I love it, you know? For real, I love that shit. Here's how you know that they be lying. I'm checking my shit from my other phone, right? And right when I even started the live, right when I started the live, like 25 people came in off break. And the numbers be fluctuating so much, I don't be knowing what's up. I know it's gonna fluctuate by people coming in and out, I know. But at the level and the speed that it does, that shit don't be making no sense. But even just then, how could it be 17 views on a video where more than 17 people came in the live even when I first started the live, but they still showing and saying that. You know what I'm saying? Small shit like that. Like they be doing shit like that. Like whatever you have, they try to dumb it down from that. You know what I mean? It's like they can't stop it fully, but they can stop it a little bit, you know? I'm about to check my goddess real quick. I really feel like, honestly, I'm already past a lot of y'all because I'm already just making it to your next day. You know what I'm saying? I'm already there. And I'm already there off of doing it in a way of the stuff that's like basically needs, that's necessities that y'all, I'm not talking about the real necessities and needs. I'm not talking about I'm talking about the real necessities and needs. That's like the real needs that you really need and stuff. Like I'm already there. Like the stuff that y'all about to lose and stuff that y'all think y'all need, I'm already not having them things and surviving in the system. You know what I'm saying? Like the things that you think that you need and that you still have protection off of having that right now that you're about to not have, I already don't have those things while the system is still up. So it's, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm already like steps ahead of y'all. But it makes it so crazy is it's not by, I mean, it somewhat is by personal choice, but it's not by personal choice. Shoot, I said, if I'm going to pass by some time while I'm hurting, shoot, I might as well use it and give knowledge and transmute it in that way for whoever it can help off of how social media is based. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck if fucking 30 people came in this bitch and all y'all carried my shit. I'm looking for that one person to see what I'm saying is true because I don't know where they gonna go with it, where they gonna take it, you know? Off of hearing me just say one thing. Fuck all y'all other people that don't give a fuck what I'm saying. I'm looking for the people that care and can see what I'm saying. Besides the veil that's up while it's crashing. You feel me? We not the same, you know? Basically, let me tell y'all what I mean. All right, so when the grid crash, right, it's gonna be kind of like the purge, right? I don't give a fuck where you at, right? You might have to defend what you have in a way where you might have to leave from where you're at. You get what I'm saying? And that's the best decision to make, not off of you being scared, you know? Yeah, and not even just the best decision for you, maybe even you and your family, how you gotta get away or whatever, right? So you're not gonna be at that same spot where you get what I'm saying? You're not gonna be that. You're gonna have to go wherever so and relocate, right? I'm already on that right now, you know, without having that leisureness of having a bed to sleep in and being able to just close the world out. You know what I'm saying? I'm closing the world out while I'm still around the world. You know what I'm saying? It's different. So it's like I'm already steps ahead of really what everybody is about to face right now. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, if I'm doing it while it's up, the only thing that's going to be of a threat, and I'm not saying it like it's minor because it's not minor, even though it's one thing. It could be it's one big thing, but the only thing that I really got to worry about for real is, and it's something serious, really serious. Again, let me say it is like just me defending myself and shit like that, which everybody is going to have to deal with, you know, not just me, you know, because it's going to be. Think about it like this: everybody is going for self right now in the system that's set up. Let this car go by real quick. All right, everybody is, what do you call it, with the system up, right? I know that was an attack because that literally made me forget what I was gonna say. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I forgot literally what I was gonna say. I noticed that shit happens a lot when I'm about to say something really important too, you know? I forgot. It's gonna come back to me though. And even if it don't, I got so much downloads coming to me on the daily. I'm always in the sun, just about, you know? I'm always in the sun. Oh, no, that's what I was about to say. Like, so, like, imagine like how it's up and everyone's going for self right now, right? Capitalism type of way of life, and everyone's going for self, right? While this system is up and there's still protection here. Imagine that shit when this system isn't up. Imagine this same selfishness, people going for self. I'm only worried about me, but imagine dealing with that when the system isn't up. When the stuff that people got to protect themselves, they don't have to protect themselves no more. You get what I'm saying? Imagine, and then people's mental health really is going to spike. You get what I'm saying? With that same self-mind state. What do you think is stopping them from killing you or taking what you got so they can make it to your next day? You know? Let's be real right now. You get what I'm saying? So, like literally what I'm trying to tell y'all, you know, this shit is not a game, you know? It's not a game. Only reason why some people still think it's a game, even slightly, is because they still got the lower bit of this system set up that's protecting them. Like I said, they can still go in their apartment or their house and might not have to worry about someone trying to break in that shit right now. You know what I mean? They still got a lower bit of protection, but very soon somebody's gonna be trying to break in that shit, you know? They're gonna be trying to make sure that you don't have more than them. Or if you do, that they can get what you have and take it from you, you know? That you're gonna have to do whatever you gotta do even if that means taking that person's life, you know? For real. So y'all think it's a game. You know? I love how but it shows you the psychological slavery. The main reason to see the psychological slavery in everybody is that all the truth is coming out and people are still trying to hold on to something that's crashing. That's the biggest confirmation that a lot of people, regular people that you think aren't suffering from mental health issues and stuff or mental illness, it really is, you know? That's how you know right there. How much do you got to see a proof that something is going to happen or something that you need to prepare for you to pay attention to it, you know? You'll see less in this 3D system of something that you got to pay attention to and get right on it. So what's different about this? It's just you're so connected to this lifestyle that it's hard for you to look past it, see anything past it. That sounds like an undeveloped brain, you know? But the whole illusion is, the whole trickery is like, people try to gaslight you knowing the truth of what you're living in as mental health issues, because everybody and majority of people can't see it or is connected to this lifestyle thinking it's the normal way to live, you know? So it's a mental health attack for you to keep your sanity or whatever, what that means, for you not to crash out while this shit is still here and knowing what you're living in, you know? And dealing with the people, even amongst your family or whoever's in your life, in which you try to explain to them and they still talk to you as if like you didn't tell them what's up, you know what I'm saying? Or they'll say certain things, you know what I'm saying, as if like you already didn't tell them what's up, or they, you know, because they can't see it, you know? So this is where we at right now, y'all. I value y'all, y'all know I do, but I'm telling y'all no lies, man. I'm telling y'all no lies. Like I'm telling y'all, this isn't no neuromelanated shit. Y'all human beings this is everybody, you know? It's not just me personally, you know? I know it feels like that because this system is set up and I'm just a homeless person, just speaking my mind, right? One of the main reasons I'm happy this happening, I don't want to be on a planet with such gullible ass energy of, I don't give a fuck how you try to call it, protecting toxicity, just the fact that this type of energy is here. Like, I don't want this energy here no more, you know? It's a very, as y'all know, devilish energy, you know? Very trickery type energy, deceptive type energy, you know? Still enjoy, greed, you know what I mean? Very primitive type energy, you know? And even unnatural people, they looking nervous as shit because as much as they're trying to like hide it and protect their lies aren't protected no more, you know? They can't keep acting like nothing is happening. The more every day, even today, it might be another earthquake today. More people might die today. The more around the world that they try to act like nothing is happening, the worse it gets. But the biggest gaslight is that people in America think it's not coming to America. You know, I see why in a lot of ways people look at American people. Whenever I be trying to speak to y'all, loud noises and shit always be just, no matter where I'm at, you know? So I don't even like to get on live and be in public, but I really can't go anywhere else, you know? I just hope that I know I don't gotta wait that much longer, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I damn near don't even want to wait another 2 years for this shit. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Even if it's death to myself, leaving my vessel, like, I just don't want to live in this torture no more like this. I'd rather not be here than like live in this system continuously for like another however long, you know, every day with like this type of level of toxicity that's trying to be protected by people. It's like I literally gotta isolate myself to not be so ostracized by everybody else, you know. Y'all don't know what that feels like as an organic being, you know, knowing it how I know it. Y'all don't know what that feels like, you know. You hear the sirens. They're gonna do that probably like another 20 times before the day's over. Try to shock people's central nervous system, you know. We're in hell, y'all. We're in hell, you know. One of the ways how I know if anything didn't tell you that we're the chosen people, let me let y'all know this. No other species, right? No other species could make something like this seem like it's not hell and actually believe it, that this isn't hell and how they're supposed to be living. Let this shit pass by real quick before I continue talking. The fact that we can just have cognitive dissonance towards this shit and the same stuff that we're aware of and then even not aware of, but finds such a comfortableness in this, even with what they gave us to make us see that, to not see what it is. The fact that we use those things and created more off of that make ourselves feel comfortable, like we're not living in what we're living in. That we basically used another level of cognitive dissonance for a false appreciation for this shit, whether we realized it or not, directly or indirectly. You know what I'm saying? Literally, you know. That should tell you right there who we are. You know, no other species could have been abused and went through everything that we've been through, and then be friends with the same people that did it to us, and start having babies with them and laughing with them and just doing everything as if like we not living in what we living in, or as if like they still not killing us. You know what I'm saying? Or as if like they don't show us how much they don't give a fuck about us every day. You know, individually. You know, we're a special group of people, y'all, and we think that it's going to be no consequences around that. You got to remember, we're connected to your universe, so it's not about you individually. It's about us as a collective, how we should be living, and what's always been best for our species and our offspring. You know. Like how much are people going to be at a low state and know that something is wrong, even if they don't know exactly what it is. But everybody feels, right? You feel when something's not right. Everybody feels that this isn't right how we're supposed to be living, but yet everybody keeps living it. You know? And we're more focused on letting it crash than us actually helping it crash. You know? I swear, everybody that sees a neuromelanated being that wants something from this shit, you should just start putting that shame on them and speaking all this realness to them. Put that shame on their ass. All of us that know what's up, and that's whether you have a job or not. Even if you have a job, I'm not saying just because you have a job you can't do this or you're a bad person. I'm just saying, even with you having that job or whatever your status is, and you understand what I'm saying, bring attention to this shit. Bring attention to this shit. However so you can, you know? If you care for children, at least, fuck what I'm saying, you know? Or if you can see past what I'm saying about us from a collective standpoint and see how you're connected to me, if you got the same genetic makeup as me, even if you're hearing it for the first time right now and you're about to go look at it, I hope you do check what I'm saying and see what I'm saying is true, even around me telling you, you know, children and all, you know? I know I got infinite wisdom by already what I endured and the demons that I faced through people, whether they realized they was being used in that manner or not, you know? It's a special protection that's over me by what came my way, you know? And in the knowledge that I gained from it. You know, a girl asked me yesterday, off of me being able to tell something. She asked me if I was psychic, and I didn't want to answer it, you know. But she called some shit out, and she saw it for what it was. She was Aquarius also. I be meeting so much people. I'm about to go in nature. I'm about to check my goddess real quick. I'm about to go in nature for real. Pass this day. Call for this, handle some productive stuff real quick. You know what I mean? And then I'm about to, definitely about to go in nature. You know? You know? But I love y'all though, you know? I told y'all my main mission, nothing's gonna put me past my main mission on this planet as far as bringing attention to your real issues, you know? Like I told you, I don't care how bad I struggle or what I go through. As long as I still got breath to speak, I don't care what the fuck it is I'm facing. I don't give a fuck where I'm at. As long as I got breath to speak, I'm gonna bring attention to your real issues till my last day on the planet, you know? However so that comes about, you know? I don't got nobody backing me, but I got myself backing me, and I got my universe backing me, and I got my people that understand what I'm saying backing me, because they doing their part also, you know, daily, just like how I am, you know. We on their ass, you know. We on their ass. So I'm gonna get at y'all, man. It's the Lord Viewpoints of RoBs Inferno while it burns. Hey, shout out my Brit. I love you to death. Wherever you're at, you know. And yeah, you know, that's all I gotta say, man. So Viewpoints of RoBs Inferno while it burns slow. Shout out to all my gods and goddesses and all our vibrational human beings, man. I'm gonna tap in with y'all for real.